Hello, hello, hello. Hopefully you're all having a good one, and welcome back. Welcome back. Hello, Twitch. Hello, YouTube, and we are back again. Oh, all right, hopefully you're all having a good one. Thank you for the likes over on YouTube. Just welcome on in, everybody. Saphicus, welcome back. All right. Okay. Shuffle that playlist. How you guys doing? Sorry I missed yesterday, guys. I had an opportunity. And it's no noble opportunity. Basically, my brother got tickets to see The Naked Gun, and Broskovich with a raid. I literally just went live. And Broskovich was like, say less. Thanks for the raid, man. Thank you for the raid. Let me drop you a follow there. Thank you so much, Broskovich. Appreciate it. What are you up to today, bro? Yeah, so anyway, guys, sorry about missing yesterday. My brother got tickets to The Naked Gun, so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go watch that. More LE playing Frostclaw Sorcerer. I got you. That sounds like a good time. Frostclaw Sork is always a good time. How does it feel compared to last season? Last season, it felt like nearly immortal. Well, honestly, that was a specific kind of Frostclaw, so... That was a very meta version of Frostclaw I was playing last season. Might not be the same version. My mistake. No point of comparison. Yeah, that was a very popular Frostclaw build last season. It was Frostclaw Spark Charge. Because you had a 100% chance to proc Spark Charges with Frostclaw. If the skill you were doing cost at least 40 mana. So it was all about optimizing your abilities to cost 40 mana, and Frostclaw did it very well. And it would, you could have, you know, used like little tendrils and apply spark charges so many times. It would just get insane. Pinchy Love helped me yesterday and today, made a huge difference. Oh, awesome. Yeah. Pinchy Love's a good guy. Good guy. Good people. Excellent content creator. The others helped as well. You know, that's what I love about the last Epoch community, man. Especially in times like this where, you know, anticipation for a new season is there, but not necessarily everybody comes back. There's always, you know, the faithful, the loyal. And, you know, those are the people right there that you could depend on helping you with a build that you're not familiar with. Our communities are awesome. Agreed. Salt Dread playing Fireclaw and it looked good. Was he playing Fireclaw recently? I saw he did a stream on YouTube. It was like his inaugural stream. It looked like he was going to be... he's done streams on YouTube before, but it looked like this is his inaugural, like, regular stream. Like, he's going to make it a regular thing. Oh. I'm gonna go make dinner. Good looking game. Have a great stream. Yo, bro, appreciate it very much. You take care. Guys, be sure to check out Broskovich and the Frostclaw build they are playing. Go ahead, drop follow. If you don't mind, show support to fellow Last Epoch creator. Appreciate it very much, Broskovich. Oh, I already completed the echo, but I somehow die. All going on with Twitch. I don't blame Dre. What's happening with Twitch? What happened with Twitch? I'm out of the loop. I mean, you guys already know me. I've been streaming to Twitch and YouTube since 2023. I've been doing it for as long as I could. Yeah, what's going on with Twitch, Savicus? Oh no. This would be bad if this had happened. Nothing new. Oh, just Twitch being Twitch. Hey, what up, Pan? How you doing, man? Welcome back. That's true. Like some of the issues I've had recently, like with like disconnects and bitrate and stuff like that, that was all on Twitch's side. You remember that? There was like that one stream where it like started and stopped the stream like 3 times on Twitch, yet on YouTube it was just like, "What's up, guys? How's it going?" So I'm thinking that we might have to, you know, make the great switch. Or the 1 minute delay stream. Yeah, again, Twitch. That was like hella delay too. Because I try to play with the least amount of delays, but well, I think I play with low latency, ultra low latency, which is a possibility, I know. Can cause issues, so I just do low. Okay, this is gonna be an issue. Am I just gonna get one shot like that repeatedly? I might just be pushing too high. Yeah, anything with increased health. Oh man, dude, I'm gonna have to play more cautiously. We got to try and get some levels here. 2 weeks ago? Wait, are we 2 weeks away? I didn't even think about that. Here I am playing Rogue. I don't feel like there's as much anticipation for this next season as there was for season 2. I hate to say it, but just even in my own analytics compared to, I mean, I guess it makes sense, but you know, on YouTube, you know, just search volume and stuff like that, I feel like we're kind of like in a holding pattern for anticipation for last Epoch season 3. I feel like there'll probably be a huge surge the week of. But for right now, I think it's just oh yeah, that's coming out soon. That'll be cool. I'll check it out then. So I got to figure out what kind of build. It's got to be Sentinel, but I got to figure out what kind of build I want to season start with. I season started with Bleed Hammers. That could just be the Babbling Bike favorite. Just see how Bleed Hammers does each season. Yeah, that's true. It was hype, but I do feel like they haven't advertised this season quite as much. For sure, I don't feel like it's been advertised quite as much. I think it also is getting kind of overshadowed by the crafting deal. Like, even though the crafting deal just happened, I do feel like it's kind of put it's in the shadow of it. It took forever for them to release that trailer going over everything because of the crafting deal. And then when the crafting deal came out, that's all everybody was talking about. And even though they released the season 3 trailer, I feel like, I'm not going to say it was a fart in the wind, but it was, you know, I don't feel like it got as much traction because of the crafting deal. Does that make sense? Am I alone in thinking that? I do feel like that's what happened. That season 3 trailer going over all of the, you know, well, not all the ins and outs, but go over the ins and outs and all that sort of thing. It got released after they announced the crafting deal, and then I felt like everybody was talking about the crafting deal. And, you know, people did their due diligence talking about the trailer, but I feel like it didn't get as much traction. You still don't get all the negativity about the deal. So I'm kind of in the same boat as you, Savicus. I didn't really understand what the negativity is. I haven't had as much time to research it. I mean, let's be honest. I have had some time. I just get busy at times and then forget. And then when I get to a time, you know, when I get to a time where I'm not as busy, I forget about it, right? Because I'm like in the flow, hustle and bustle. So I haven't researched as much, but one thing people bring up is Subnautica and the state. Hey, what's going on, Tilron? Hopefully you're having a good one, man. Welcome back. One thing people keep talking about is the state of PUBG. I haven't played PUBG since 2017. Like, if you look at my Steam, let me pull it up. PUBG. So PUBG Battlegrounds. We're coming up on my anniversary here because I still haven't played it. Not that I have anything against it, but if you look, I played for 90 hours, and the last time I played was August 20th, 2017. That's back when I had to pay for this. So I can't say that I've been up to date on what's been going on in PUBG, but I know people have mentioned PUBG. Hey, what's going on, Air Drake? People have mentioned the state of PUBG as another reason why crafting can't be trusted. So yeah, let me break this down like this. Can you name something Crafting publishes that is amazing? No, because nothing really jumps off the paper. I don't really play any of their games. Last Epoch would be the first game that I played from them. Yeah, Air Dragon. We're in what you would call a rabbit hole discussion, right? Oh, Jesus, man. Sometimes we get into these discussions and then, man, there's only like 200 corruption, bro, and I'm just getting picked apart. You know what? We're gonna say goodbye, and we're gonna try out this. So yeah, let me explain, Air Dragon. We're in a rabbit hole discussion. So it started with, yeah, deaths by bike. Hi everybody, how's it going? So this is a rabbit hole discussion. So it started with Savicus saying, hey, we're like 2 weeks away, and I'm like, 2 weeks to what? And I'm like, oh god, you're right, we're like 2.5 weeks away from the launch of season 3. And I'm like, you know, I don't feel like there's been as much hype over season 3 as season 2. Obviously season 2 came at the very end of a very long season, but one thing I feel happened that has kind of shot season 3 in the foot is they haven't really promoted anything because it took so long because of the Crafton deal. And then when they announced the Crafton deal, that's when they released that season 3 trailer that everybody was waiting for. And then everybody talked about the Crafton deal. Everybody was just like, crafting this, crafting that, you know, crap on this, crap on that, whatever. And then they released the season 3 trailer, and then it's like, cool, Crafton. So, like, I cover last Epoch. I wasn't even thinking about that. Saphicus was. I was like, oh god, yeah, I keep thinking that's like a month away. It's not, man. Thank you for the likes over on YouTube, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Are you serious? Oh yeah, I got an easy solution. Hey, what up, King? This is for mate. Oh come on, bot. Are you serious? Did you take did you take a vacation? Yes, authorize. Let me into my account. Supposedly it's active. Supposedly. All right, let me try that again. Is this not a command? At this point, I should just do this. What about this? Cool. Click on link.
Is enough.
Dude, what is going on with these commands? How about cheer? Okay, let me go give the bot a good old bump. Good old bump. Okay, I'm gonna turn you off. You've been turned off. I'm gonna turn you on again. You've been turned on again. Okay, what about this? Thank you. And what was the last acquisition of a beloved IP game that you ended well you think you can think of? The official term is enshittification. That is my worry. Let me see. the last acquisition of a beloved IP and game that ended well. Oh. Ended well. Oh, oops. Well, it means I'm also gonna have to. Oh yeah, it means I'm gonna have to follow this. Okay, cool. All right, so something that ended well. Acquisition. I mean, PoE was acquired, and I don't think PoE's been terrible. I mean, I don't really play PoE, but it was pretty beloved, and they were acquired, and I do think that they've been putting out some pretty decent stuff. I feel like League of Legends. Maybe at one point could have been, but I feel like they're starting to go down a bit of a downward slope. But I do enjoy a number of products that they have released. Like Teamfight Tactics and a few other things. I feel like right now they've kind of started suffering from a bit of scope creep. And now they're kind of overextended, if that makes sense. Oh gosh, let me just get through this. How would you guys feel about World of Warcraft as a possible answer to Air Dragon's question? Now I'm sitting here thinking they were acquired in 2008. Now you might go, yeah, dude, did you play World of Warcraft back then? No. And they've released some bad expansions, but they've also released some good expansions since then. One could make an argument, none as good as the original 3. See, it's really hard. Well, it's coming to me now, probably because I was trying to deal with my bot not doing anything and trying to make sure the stream stays on track. I'm starting to come up with some more. Can we just get this over with so we can continue the conversation? Thanks. EHG needed to expand the way it did, how it did. I can compare EHG to other companies all night. Their ascension has been very similar to PoE in the early days. Many of their recent missteps baked down to not having enough confidence in their own product. I love LE, but EHG has been a super noob. So do you think that PoE now in its current state is just absolute garbage compared to how it was before it was acquired? WoW was all downhill since Wrath of the Lich King. Yeah, Wrath of the Lich King was released in 2008, and they were acquired in 2008, but I believe they were acquired just before it released, or just... I mean, okay, so what I'm trying to say is the game was already... Wrath of the Lich King was already in development. Let's see. Let's see. Blizzard acquired by Activision. They were acquired by Activision in 2008. All right. Okay, 2008. Oh no, I'm looking at Activision Blizzard. Okay, when was Wrath of the Lich King released? Okay, so they were acquired around the summer, and then Wrath of the Lich King was released in November. So yes, they were acquired by Activision before it came out, but come on, guys. It was already in development. It was nearly a finished product. I think they had... So you think World of Warcraft has been absolute garbage since 2008? No going back. There's nothing they can do. I think they had issues, money issues. Having some sugar daddy is not always a bad thing. You would say Wrath of the Lich King was the last good expansion. So is that the last one you played, Air Dragon, and then just the other ones didn't didn't interest you, or come on. Dude, I hate these kind of missions. Just give me an objective. Go here, do this. There we go. I played through Cataclysm, and Mists of Pandora was when I hung up the sub immediately. Okay. I know Cataclysm, I played WoW pretty heavy from 2012 to 2019. So after the Warlords of Draenor came out, when they nerfed the whole thing for Battle of Azeroth, including my kick-butt characters, I canceled my subscription. I'm leveling my Pathfinder character, and I need to choose a 3rd level signature spell. Obviously, Fireball comes to mind, but what kind of character? I mean, yeah, Fireball comes to mind, but what kind of Pathfinder character are we talking about? Is this a wizard? I'm assuming wizard. Could it also be sorcerer? It's been a long time since I played Pathfinder. I'm trying to think of other 3rd level spells that could be very interesting. And remind me again, Brow, what's the signature spell? You're an aberrant sorcerer. So occult spells, okay. Okay, so you're a sorcerer and you're choosing a 3rd level signature spell. So what is special about the signature spell? Is it cast at a higher level? You're a sorcerer, so you already have issue components. So component cost other than gold isn't that bad for you. Because I know in 5th edition they have signature spells, but those are for like very high level wizards, and they can basically cast those spells for free, unlimited. Lets me cast it at any spell slot level. Right, because in so I take a level 1 spell, I can cast at level 1 plus if it's at 3rd or above, or if it's 3, it's available 3 plus. Yeah, I got you, because the Pathfinder system is a little bit more is a little bit different from 5e. So this one, okay, so this is going to be a spell that you would possibly be casting a lot more. Yeah, in Pathfinder you can only cast the spell at the level that you took it at, yeah, as part of the preparation. I thought sorcerers have more flexibility. Is it because of signature spells that allow them the more flexibility? I remember in Pathfinder when I was playing a wizard, if I prepared a level 1 magic missile, I had a level 1 magic missile. It was a little stringent, but it made sense for wizards. And I remember sorcerers had a little bit more flexibility in that regard, but I can cast any of my spells at that level. I don't have to prepare ahead, right? Okay, I guess I'm confused about the signature spell then. Oh, but you can't, with the signature spell, you can choose what level if it's a lower level, whereas the other spells, you're kind of limited to the level unless you take meta magic, right? It's more like D&D. Yeah. That's the one thing about 5th edition that never made sense to me when I played it. Coming from Pathfinder was just how insane wizards were, because they got all the benefits of sorcerer with none of the drawbacks. Yeah, because in Pathfinder, wizards were balanced around the fact that, Well, we're going to this thing. I'm going to have to prepare my spells. Well, I better be damn sure because I literally have to. Hey, what's up, Steve? Welcome back, man. Welcome back. How's it going, bro? Where are you at in the world right now, Steve? Are you home? Hopefully you're doing well. Yeah. Yeah, bro. Yeah, because I remember in Pathfinder, like, once you got to a high enough level, who cared? Like, you still had to put some thought into your you still had to put some thought into your spells as a higher level wizard, but by that point you probably had enough scrolls. You're home in Florida. Awesome, Steve. Scrolls for wizards in in Pathfinder were nuts. That's where they got all the flexibility from, was the scrolls. And the fact that you can make scrolls. I feel like that's what a lot of wizards ended up doing. I run scrolls cheaper than potions. Yeah, seriously. That's what I remember doing with wizards was making a lot of scrolls. I would prepare spells that I think I needed, but then I would have some backup scrolls just in case. Because you'd be, set into those spells. Like, I'm going to prepare 3 magic missiles, 2, whatever, and a partridge in a pear tree. I'm a control support sorcerer. Yeah. As a sorcerer, you have a lot more flexibility. .5e sorks have sork points. I mean, yeah, sork points are fine, but you still have a vastly reduced list of spells compared to what wizards have. And then I felt like warlocks, yes, they have a reduced list as well, but having the spell slots that come back on a short rest were just, butter. The sorcerer, it's like, okay, sorcerer is kind of like a wizard now, but they have meta magic, but they have less spells. And you got to wait till your next level to change out your spells or make any adjustments. Playing sorcerer kind of felt like, yeah, this is cool, but at the same time, like, it just got kind of samey sometimes. Maybe it got better later on with the different sorcerers they added, but when I was playing sorcerer in 5e, I felt like I was doing a lot of is this some sort of bow paladin? Yeah. Some sort of bow paladin. When I was playing sorcerer, it really just kind of felt like, oh, here I go, I'm casting the same, fireball spell. Here we go. I'm gonna cast fireball again. Oh, we got a situation. What should I do? Let me think. Let me look at my 5 spells I got. I'm being hyperbolic. Now picture this. What if I quicken spell and cast fireball, and then I dash with my action to run away? Some of the things you do with sork points are so broken, DMs have to ban them. Okay, what's so broken about the sorcerer points? Well, you can get spell slots back. Pathfinder 2e is just goated for class and class identity. I haven't played it. Wouldn't know. You're branching out, I see. I decided to play a couple different classes, Steve. I had never played a Marksman, and then I did Druid again. I had a great time with Druid. So we're doing this Marksman, and then we're going to be going back to probably Paladin. It'll be Sentinel. And we're going to do some solo account found. No. Scratch that. We're going to do some solo character found runs. And then get ready for Season 3. You feeling okay? Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good, bro. You feeling okay? You're not playing Sentinel. What'd you do? Hey, yo. So these spells are nuts. The target believes its teeth are falling out. Oh. Oh no, I just went to the dentist. 11, all the spells as a wizard, but I, for giggles, in my super long campaign, actually took measure of what I cast. Over 80% of my cast was Magic Missile and Fireball, with a touch of that Sickening Radiance AoE concentration spell that caused exhaustion. Sickening Radiance AoE concentration spell. Trying to think, what is that spell? It's not Blight, right? That doesn't cause exhaustion. That's insane. I'm trying to think, what causes exhaustion? If you have never used Great Spell, I'm trying to think. I'm not gonna say I've never heard of this spell. Spells that cause exhaustion. What, exhaustion on you, the player, for using it because it's that powerful? Nope. On those that get stuck in it, on failed save, of course. Trying to think. I mean, Sickening Radiance. Oh, that's literally the name of the spell. 4th level. Dim greenish light spread within a 30-foot radius. When a creature moves in the spell's area for the first time on turn or starts its turn there, that creature must succeed on a con saving throw or take 4d10 radiant damage, and it suffers 1 level of exhaustion and emits a dim greenish light and a 5-foot radius. This light makes it impossible for the creature to benefit from being invisible. I've literally never heard of this spell. I have used stuff from Xanathar's. I do not remember this spell at all. I mean, not to say that it wasn't there. It was published in Xanathar's, but I mean, I do not recall that spell. I sound like a freaking lawyer, but I don't recall. I don't recall that conversation. Use it so much, my DM designs around it. It will wreck people if you have like a druid or some of them stop in place to make their movement 0. I gotcha. I've had to do like I know what you're talking about. Not necessarily that spell, but I know the behavior. Somebody just starts abusing something. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna say abusing. A former player of mine, he had a high level monk. We did like high level, like level 15, 16, 17, and literally like every fight he would try and pick the strongest. He would try and pick the strongest monster we would be fighting, and it was like a high fantasy, like very powerful. Oh shoot! Hey, what up, Glassy? I forgot about that. Hold on. I think I got the blurps turned off still. Here. I owe you that one. Hold up. Huh. Huh. Yeah, I turned them off so people wouldn't be spamming them during the D&D game, and then I just never turned them back on. Yeah, they're not running. Huh. Wonder what happened here. Oh, blurps are down today? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll try them one more time, but... yeah, it sounds like they're down. Oh yeah. So I was talking about my player that I was playing with. We were playing a high level game, and it was a high fantasy, and most of the time it was about building up to fighting a singular target. Right? It wouldn't be like a target with a bunch of minions or whatever. It'd be like a singular target. It'd be one big bad guy. Which is already not in the creature's favor, but I made him pretty beefy. And so as a monk, he'd run up there and continually spam Stunning Strike, because technically there is no there's no limit other than, you know, the amount of key points you have and the amount of hits on Stunning Strike. It would just bog down combat, him trying to stun this target, this creature I spent, like, you know, 2 hours making. And eventually I just told him, like, hey guy, man, it slows down combat, it slows down everything. Just, you get one attempt You get one attempt per turn. All right. Now, you would think, well, you know, the limiting factor here is the amount of key points. Let me tell you. At level 15, 16, 17, 18, it feels like they got a million key points. They don't, but it feels like it. Just finally had to tell them, like, yo, listen, I don't care what the rules say. Like, this just bogs down combat. And, you know, there'd be, like, 2 things that would have, like, resistance to stun. I felt like later on there was a lot more stuff. Like in the later adventures, a lot more stuff had, like, you know, resistance or immunity to being stunned. In the OG monster manual, there was like 3 monsters that were immune to being stunned. The spell can make a target living creature enfeebled and clumsy forever on a crit fail. Oh no. That's nice. Is once per round? Yeah. I mean, I knew I wasn't the only table that had issues. Yeah, that was a homebrew rule that I came up with, and glad that it was adopted by other tables and made official. I keep running the 2014 rules just because I don't feel like reading the 2024 rules. I gotta get this rotation down right. Okay. Okay, run over here. Shadows. Arrow. Pick up that. Go. There we go. It gets erased. I want to give you a boost for a few Uber kills. No, that's okay, Glassy. I appreciate it, though. How you doing, man? Evil Campaign. Does Path have a spell like Gaius? Oh, no. That's technically pronounced Gesh, right? Yeah. Ron, thank you for the gift to Glassy. Wait, is this an on-season character or off-season? It's a seasonal character, but the character's also level 88, and I'm just trying to level it. Also, I did Uber once, and even if I was playing with somebody who's doing the whole fight and I just got to stay alive, no thanks. Well, when I say Uber, I did Uber once. I killed Uber Aberoth once, and that was good enough for me. Yeah, Gesh is great, man. Do not hold people to proper pronouncing of Gaelic words. Yeah, Gesh is great, bro. It's yeah, Tilron remembers there was like a large council meeting in one of my campaigns. Appreciate it, Glassy. I had like the scene was it was like one of those large council meetings. And Tilron, Master Chew Toy, the party's there. He's one of the players, and one of the like council members, right? Not council members, but like one of the lieutenants or something like that. Or no, he might have been one of the main council. But anyway, he like excuses himself and walks over to the corner of the room where I had like these like large like iron golems defending the council, and like apparently it was an aide, right? It was an aide to the council member, and he like, I mean, I don't know if it's in the game or not, but nonetheless he had like one of the control boxes and was like basically like kill everybody on the iron golem. So the party had to fight off the iron golem, one of the iron golems, to stop it from killing the council members. And then when they finally caught the guy, they realized he had no control of his faculties. He's under control of a Gesh spell. Dude, like, I had no idea that would happen, right? I had no idea. And as you guys could tell, that was not edited. It happened exactly like that. It happened exactly like that one. Oh my gosh. Like, because, like, if you guys remember the follow-up to the I don't have a streamer client short, if you guys were there in the stream, I was actually failing so many crafts, and somebody's like, what version of the streamer client are you running? You should flick a switch and turn it on. I'm like, hey guys, listen, I don't have a streamer client. There's no way I have a streamer client. If I had a streamer client, it wouldn't be T7 cast speed. Press the button. T7 cast speed. Yeah. There was another one, Armor Shred. And yeah. And it wasn't edited. It wasn't edited. It happened like that. Yeah, I laughed so hard. Yeah. There is the Crisis of Faith. I'm running the A-Bomb Lincoln build. Okay, that sounds funny. The slap. It's happy slappy time. If you want to forcefully tear away someone's religion, the Crisis of Faith spell. What is that, Pathfinder 2? Yeah, okay. Oh, it consumes one arrow. Oh, okay. Okay. I think I'm understanding this a bit more. Yes, sir. What up, G Money? How's it going? We got Drellcore's Compass. Cool. Actually, not too bad. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? There's a lot of spells. Gosh, the build I am running is tedious. If you relog, you got to summon all the stuff, then absorb it into the abomination. They ought to make A-bomb permanent. Well, they've had issues balancing abomination with the whole snapshotting thing and everything. I think that's why Abomination isn't permanent right now, because of snapshotting. They don't want people abusing that, so that you got to resummon it, which is annoying for people who are not, abusing that. They still don't have a solution for that now. Well, no, I think they have some sort of a solution, because they announced in season 3 that they're bringing minion rebalancing of some sort. I could be misinterpreting that. Skill snaps? Right, because there's more than one form of snapshotting, right? You have gear snapshotting. Simple form would be summon something with this helmet, now replace your helmet. But then there's also the skills. Yeah, that's gotta be difficult. Oh my gosh. Are we serious? Get out of here. Hey, what up, Ghost? How's it going? They have no way of fixing that one. Don't say no way. Don't say no way. High health enemies take 25%. That's why they're, yeah. Sure. Been in the game since patch. Yeah. It would seem like they have no way. I feel like this season in particular has really motivated them to try and find a way. If they found a way, then we either don't know about it or they're not saying anything. Let's hope they do. Yeah, because especially if you yourself are not aware of what snapshotting, like how to get it to work, and then you see a clip of somebody using a bear or something, and it's using snapshotting, and you yourself are not aware of it, and you're just seeing it absolutely just destroying like swaths of content. You're like, wow, that's cool. I want to do something similar. So you go and you try and put together a build like that, and you're like, hey, it's not working. I don't even have a tenth of its power. I got similar gear. Yeah. Then you get underwhelmed. Now, assuming the person puts out a build guide, and then yeah. And then you find out, oh, I got to play like this. Well, what Glass he's getting at is skill snapshotting. Is that also fixed with the same method, Savicus? It only fixed gear snapshotting. We'll see about that in season 3, I guess. Okay, so I have 139 percent fizz pin with salt the wound. Oh yeah, that's a lot of damage. Was it just the bleed duration? Okay, 40% of added critical strike multiplier converted to physical pin with bleed. Alright, let's keep it going. Think Hoa can do Uber off the right setup? Probably not. I mean, here, let me qualify that statement, Rick. I don't play enough. I don't play enough Marksman to know if that's the case. Maybe. From what I've been experiencing, this build has been pretty strong. Right now, this is not Uber Aberoth, though. was the plan for a build for season 3? I'm half inclined to keep doing bleed hammers each season until it's no longer viable, either through nerfs or there's just a clearly a much better one. But I always have a very fun time playing bleed hammers. I enjoy it immensely. It could also be, you know, a good litmus test for any potential nerfs, seeing that that was the build that I started my entire season 2 run on. I could be like, okay, how does bleed hammers feel now compared to last season? Because I was able to compare that to season to cycle 1.1, bleed hammers in cycle 1.1 to season 2, then to season 3. See how it feels, treat it like a big giant litmus test. I like that idea. I thought about checking out a few other things, but it will most definitely be Sentinel and will probably 9 times out of 10 be Paladin. Sounds like a good play. That's what you think. No. Man, I wanted Heartseeker to work. Because I figured it would with all this bleed chance and everything, but I feel like summon 7 black arrows that rain from the sky for 4 seconds, granting 100% increased damage to your next bow attack when retrieved. Using a black arrow grants increased damage over time to your next bow attack, 120%. When a black arrow grants more damage to your next bow attack, it will consume additional mana. Picking up a black arrow grants you a stack of Crimson Shroud. Picking up a black arrow restores mana. Using a black arrow consumes all active shadows to grant your bow attack more damage per shadow. Dust Shroud, arrow frequency. Until Dawn is a good one. Oh, okay. I mean, what's the cooldown on this? 6 seconds? It's not too bad. Alright, let's try one of these. Hey. Question about Ellie in general. Have I tried Heartseeker plus Hollow? Hey, what's good, Rick? I literally... Whoa, what was that? Yo, Sean, thank you for subscribing over on YouTube. Okay, so I literally just switched off of Heartseeker to take Black Quiver to try it out. I can already tell you Black Quiver feels good. The thing with Black Quiver, though, that I'm starting to notice is it's a bit of a, well, you got to go try and pick up the arrows. Heartseeker felt good, but it definitely feels like a lot less damage than Dark Quiver. Here, let's just... Alright. Okay, let's answer your question, Tilron. Don't see many tunes that are magic user types and the like. Are those classes just weak? Standard glass cannons? Could you be Uber Aberoth one? Yes, mages are good for Ubi. I think you don't see a lot of mages because they nerfed ward. Yes. So let's talk about that real quick. All right, let's talk about that real quick. So in season one, warlocks and mages in particular were what up, Rick? How about switch smoke bomb to a traversal skill? I'm not even really using shift as a traversal. Here's why. The amount of damage I would be leaving behind to accommodate Heartseeker would be laughable. So here's what's going on, Rick. You shift, I gain 150% bleed chance. My next skill that I use after shifting gains 75% fizz pin, 75% bleed duration. On top of that, it gains 20% more damage and then 30% more damage. I don't think there's a single reason why I would want to leave this behind when this synergizes that well. Yeah, okay. To get back to Tilron. So in season one, ward builds in particular were insane. I'm talking you could get 50, 60,000 ward. That would just be absolutely insane. And each season, after season one, they cut it down a lot. So going into cycle 1.1, they cut it down by a lot. They rechanged the whole formula. They retooled everything. Getting above 10,000 ward took some, doing, but you could do it. And a good build would be able to maintain even if you're taking damage, like a good 5,000-6,000 ward. And so builds were able to do this in cycle 1.1. And then this season, a lot of the thing is with a lot of those mage builds, they can just stack intelligence. They can just straight up stack intelligence. And it would give them a lot of ward retention. That was the main way to hold on to all that ward. Well, this season in particular, season 2, they cut that value in half. So just stacking intelligence out the wazoo like you were able to do before and get damage and ward retention, you had to actually start focusing on some other stats. And also this season being a massive Sentinel season, I think, and Falconer just being Falconer the way it is. And then, snapshotting really taking off, that sort of thing. It's not that they suck, it's just they're not as played this season. And I am pretty sure that's what everybody else was just telling you. Yeah, so Rick, it's a cool idea. I don't think I would want to give up all the simplicity of just shift W and then I gain all that extra damage on Hail of Arrows. What's my top 3 builds? I'm not going to say that's a loaded question, but that's going to be hard to quantify. Like top 3 Sentinel builds, top 3 builds of all time, top 3 builds that are not Sentinel, top 3 Mage builds, top 3... I need some more information. Yeah, the thing is, I think Mage, because of the fact that they keep reducing the ward values, they got to go back and they got to take another look at that class, in my opinion, because the class identity, particularly for Mage, is ward. Every time I try to have a freaking conversation, I run into this shit. Alright. Sentinel, something like that. So, the thing with Mage, though, it's baked into their identity. It's baked into the crust. Trying to have like a strength stacking, health-based Mage, it is possible. It is possible, but it feels weird. It's definitely possible, but it feels weird. And with the ward values being reduced by the levels that they have been, I think they just need to kind of revisit the whole thing. Just constantly nerfing ward, I don't think is the answer. I think it needs a bit more retooling and more thoughtful process, and hopefully they can do that now with this influx of cash, and they can hire some people. All right. Okay. Capo. Okay, Glassy. I mean, to be fair, that would then be your top 3 builds. They asked me what my top 3 builds were. Bias fully implied. Here, I'll answer it after this. I really am starting to hate some of this content here while I'm leveling this character. You know, you go to this and all of a sudden they have 36% more damage. It's a bit of an issue. Like, come on. What are we doing here? Got to do is dodge. I 100% agree with you, Don. The problem is when I'm trying to do this content and then also like read chat and like look over here like that to just get one shot out of nowhere, it's just annoying. I don't like playing where I have to like constantly like keep my eyes peeled and then I can now look at chat. I like to be a lot more relaxed. Like, hey, what's up, guys? If I die every once in a while, whatever. But when you get to the point where the moment you take your eyes off of the screen, your chance of dying goes up by 75%. It's annoying to play. And then your answer might be, well, lower the corruption. Well, then I lower my XP generation. XP generation is top corruption that you're doing, and it's annoying. I'd rather just get this guy to like level 95 and be done with it. And pray for good RNG. Yeah, that is kind of the rogue way. Am I right? All right, this should be that. Oh no, why did I do that? We can just do False Temple without Lostwood Folly. Okay. So what's your top 3 build? Rick asks. Top 3 build that you played that is both good for clearing dungeons and bosses. Okay, I think I know what you mean. I think I know what you mean, Rick, when you're asking about good at clearing dungeons and bosses, but here's the thing. Dungeons in Last Epoch are actually a separate category. So when you're telling me if it's good at dungeons, who cares about doing monoliths? I assume you mean monos, dungeons, and then bosses, right? You know, good clear and good single target, I think would be the thing. So my top 3 builds. Is it this season? Is it all time? Like, if we're talking all time, season one, Paladin, like the Divine Bolt Healing Hands build was pretty sick. Like in season 1 where you would have like 200,000 ward, and then you would just be spamming the entire area with laser. You know, it was like the holy lawnmower, right? That one would probably be number 3. Number one would probably have to be a Sentinel build because it's me, but number 2 would definitely be Cycle 1.1 Frost Claw Spark Charge Sorcerer. That thing was nuts. That thing was insane. Yeah, okay, so number 3 would be Cycle 1.0 Divine Bolt Healing Hands. Number 2 would be Cycle 1.1. No, actually, it's probably been one of the best builds of all time. I'm gonna give it to it. Number 1, Cycle 1.1, Frost Claw, Spark Charge Sorcerer. That's got to be number 1. That thing was so fast. That thing cleared so fast. Number 2, just because it's a personal thing, Bleed Hammers. Number 3, Cycle 1.0. Divine Bolt Healing Hands. Yes, good in clear and good single target. There we go. We met the criteria. VK Rive is good, but if we're talking all-time builds, for me, it's got to be that. No, I'm going to wait for Rick to be like, no, you dummy. I need a lot of qualifying statements. Just asking me, you know, what's your top 3 builds is just way too open-ended. Ooh, guys, I just thought of one. Cycle 1.0 Torment Warlock. Yeah, Season 1 Divine Bolts Paladin. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about, Savicus. Oh. Cycle 1.1 Spark. Cycle 1.1 Spark Charge. Would be Frostclaw Spark Charge Sorcerer. It didn't get as much ward as Season 1 or Cycle 1 Divine Bolt Healing Hands Paladin, but it was so fast in Cycle 1.1. That thing was insane. It was nuts. I would just look at stuff and it would die. That was probably the most insane build I've ever played. I got to give it to that one. Even though it couldn't get as high of ward because obviously Ward got changed. But yeah, that thing was nuts. Number 2. I will say I'm going to actually move up Divine Bolt Healing Hands Paladin and then Torment Warlock. Season 1. Cycle 1. Top 3 builds of all time that I have played personally. Well, I didn't play Torment Warlock in Cycle 1. It was really good in Cycle 1.1, man. That thing was nuts. But I don't know. Was it better? Was Torment Warlock better than Bleed Hammers? The answer is yes, but it wasn't better than the Bleed Hammers I was playing. It wasn't, my version of Torment Warlock was not better than my version of Bleed Hammers, but I spent way more time playing Bleed Hammers than I did playing Torment Warlock. So my gear on my Bleed Hammers last season was insane. Yeah. Okay, so let's assume Rick hasn't said anything over on YouTube. So let's assume Rick's now talking about this season. What are my top 3 builds? Top 3 builds I've played, top 3 builds I've seen. I need qualifying statements. So, top 3 builds I played have all been Sentinel builds, and I mean, top 3 builds this season for me, having played mostly Sentinel builds. Could I say VK Rive? Black Blade Rive was fun. It wasn't better than Void Cleaver Racing Strike. It wasn't better than Judgment Paladin. It was more fun than those 2 builds. Well, Void Cleaver Racing Strike was pretty nuts. And you could build Void Cleaver Racing Strike until, let's face it, just E-Racing Strike. And it would be pretty nuts. I really, really enjoyed Bleed Hammers, but I did have to put a bit more work into that one compared to the other builds. Though I will admit, I did start Bleed Hammers from scratch as my first build of the season. I think Rick's just left by this point. He's like, okay, I'm done with this guy. Okay. I'm sorry, Rick. I got more qualifying questions to ask you. Builds that I have played or builds that I have seen and I think are good? I've played way too many builds this season, Rick. Top 3 builds. They're probably all going to be Sentinel, because that's all I've played. Judgment Paladin. Void Cleaver Racing Strike. I can't say Bleed Hammers, even though I had some of the most fun I had was Bleed Hammers. I'm gonna have to say VK Rive or Black Blade Rive because of that wall issue with the hammers. No, I can't even say Black Blade Rive. What am I saying? What am I saying? No. I got to change that again. I'm going to say Judgment Paladin, Time Rod Javelin, Void Cleaver Racing Strike. Final answer. Final answer. Okay, well, this game seems to be doing pretty good overall as the price on Steam is $50. Wait, they increased it? I thought it was $40. Right, yeah. And I assume that's what you meant, Rick, but those are the thoughts that go on in my mind when somebody asks kind of an open-ended question. Well, not open-ended, but I need a lot of qualifying statements for a top three. There you go, top three. Those are the top three builds I have played this season. I haven't played like the max roll version of Erasing Strike, but I really enjoyed Void Cleaver Racing Strike. LE is $34.99. It's still $34.99. Oh, Ultimate version. Yeah. And then on Steam, you can buy the Ultimate version upgrade if you bought the base game. Okay. Yeah, those editions came out when the game launched. I believe it was like either the deluxe or the ultimate edition is where you can get this set that I've used multiple times. Well, not the back piece, but yeah. Yeah, this one, I've used this multiple times. In a lot of my Sentinel builds, especially when I'm using a sword. Till crafting, as to say. Then I had Abyssal and Woven Legend packs. It's like $120. I bought all of them. Yeah, probably one of the best armor sets they have ever released. Yeah, but Tilron, pretty much all those packages are cosmetics. They're like supporter packs. If you just want to play Last Epoch, nothing else, $35. Yeah, those are not DLC. Those are just purely supporter, thanks for supporting us. I will admit now, with the crafting deal, it's going to be, in my opinion, a little bit harder to sell some of those packs because I felt like before it's like, we got to help the little guy. Yeah, I'll buy your supporter pack. I'll buy your supporter pack. Now that they've been bought by, you know, like a major publisher, it'd be like, uh-huh. And yeah, if you buy the top pack, you get all the other packs with it. Yeah, so the supporter packs, right. So here's the supporter packs right here. The Abyssal Legend, right? If you look at the Abyssal Legend, right? If you buy the Abyssal Legend, you then get Abyssal Vanquisher, Abyssal Templar, and Abyssal Traveler included with the Abyssal Legend. Right? Bam, there you go. Done. Now, if you look at the Woven sets, same thing. Right? If you buy the Woven Legend, you get Woven Vanquisher, Woven Templar, and Woven Traveler included with your purchase of the Woven Legend, right? So you don't have to buy these separately. You get all the cosmetics. So this was like a $40 purchase. This was like a $60 purchase. And then the other supporter packs that are no longer listed, right? There were other supporter packs. You had to buy each of those ones separately. But those are gone. They've been retired. They might bring those cosmetics back. Hey, what's good, iFlip? Oh, this is going to suck. This is going to suck. I'm doing Lostwood Folly. Enemies have 30% increased health. And enemies have a chance to receive a glancing blow. Well, that one's not as bad because we are playing a dot build after all. Play smarter, not harder. Been enjoying Rogue. It's good. It's good. Rogue's a good time. All the classes in Last Epoch are a good time. I never played a Marksman before. This build's pretty good. The one thing that I've been having an issue with is I just every once in a while feel like I get a random, just one shot of death. The thing is, I'm playing softcore. I have pushed the difficulty pretty fast, just trying to level up faster. I think it'll be better once I have some more levels, have some better gear, and, kind of slow down a little bit. And then, because I know Rogue can do it. One thing I'm not a large fan of is the dodge mechanic. I think dodge is cool, but I don't really like this, like there's a chance that you might take a stray hit. Sounds like normal Rogue issues. And to be fair, this has been pretty much my general Rogue experience. The last Rogue I had played before this one. Hold up, guys. The last Rogue I played before this one, I just basically built into 100% glancing blow. No. This is the shit I'm talking about right here. All right. This is the shit I'm talking about right here, that I don't have a fun time playing when also trying to, you know, kick back and bullshit with Strain. These sweaty fights. Now, I did that to myself, right? I threw down Lostwood Folly. I'm used to doing it. Still enjoying Rogue? I still am enjoying Rogue. I just don't really like, at least playing Rogue, I don't like doing Lostwood Folly. I'm used to doing it because of Sentinel, because you can use a shield and then whatever. Then glance it. Yeah, that's the problem. Well, you can't even glance there. That's a damage over time mechanic. What happened is I got stunned, and then I sat there and got killed by damage over time. What the fuck is this? What the hell? Oh my gosh, I gotta remove that. Yeah, so. It's like one of those things where it's like, hold up, guys, I'm gonna close chat. I don't want to get distracted playing my game. Squishy classes. I don't even think it's the particular class. I would say, you know, skill issue for somebody who doesn't normally play. This particular boss, if you want to say that, is very aggressive, and it does a large amount of damage. And, you know, obviously with my health the way it is, I take one hit, stunned. Find yourself getting complacent? Sentinel's just too good. I am used to the Sentinel way. There we go. It's just so easy to have no cares, face tank everything, then play Warlock dead. Wait, there's boss mechanics? Sentinel Season 2. Ugh. All right, here we go. Well, I mean, to be fair, guys, like, it is a bit of, you know, skill issue on the user part. Because, like, I'm actually trying to think here. No. I feel like Sentinel does, at least on the hardcore level, typically finish pretty high. Hardcore level. Sentinel. Druid. In the hardcore race, Druid. Yeah, there was a lot of Sentinel. It was all Sentinel. Never mind. Never mind. I was thinking of this, but I was like, no, Falconer typically does well in softcore. 37th, baby. Overall, I flip. Server sucks. Marksman. So we had, oh yeah, we had a FIA. We had a FIA, and then we had iFlip. Oh my God, you can't be serious. You guys are the only rogue. A FIA and iFlip, two of the best rogues out there. Are the only hardcore rogue representation. Wait, I thought. Wait, Woody Joe hit 100 with Paladin? Didn't he also hit 100 with Rogue? He did. Oh, wait. Did Woody Joe... So, wait. Did Woody Joe hit level 100 with Paladin and then go and start a Heartseeker Rogue? And then he got third overall on Rogue? Oh, wow. He had some clean runs. So, iFlip, why'd you name your character Servers Suck? Was that like your second character or something? Did you die to lag on your first attempt? Because that's my third character. You had 2 die due to DCs. Understood. Every time I die, it's because of lag too. I understand. Yeah. Of course. Yeah. No, every time I die, guys, it's lag. I swear. I was third overall, but I entered tombs and my guy would just skate and then die. Oh, jeez. I feel like I remember you telling me that, iFlip, that you were really high on the board, and then you had like some lousy runs. What's up, Glassy? What about it? What about the Essence Weaver? Hey, yo, Reefer, I got them turned back on, but apparently blurps are down or something. That's what somebody said. Essence Reaver from League. What season did Essence Reaver come out? I'm trying to remember that one. Season 1? Okay. I didn't start playing League till Season 3. I think it was in the game pack. Dude, man, Season 3 was 2013, man. Yeah. Hey, what up? Alright, let me leave. Let me investigate these blurps. Okay, let's try a few of these.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
Okay. So okay, so what's the issue here?
Now that's a lot of damage!
Alright, let me add that as a Twitch reward real quick. Okay, so let's see. Yeah. So why are channel points not working? Yeah, I just literally added this one and it doesn't work. Yeah, mission failed. Yeah, you guys don't waste your Okay, is there an issue on my end then? Okay. Let me see if I can re-add blurps as a source. Yeah, nothing's like, I don't know why anything's not working. Yeah. Okay, here, let me change my stream is not ending. Oh, yeah. Okay. What's up? Only because, oh yeah, that's where I had YouTube chat right there. Okay, so I got blurp set up on this. Let me copy this just in case. Okay, let me, I'll do a mic change. All right, let's try this one more time. No. Not that one. Nothing. Nothing. I guess there's just like a problem with Twitch. Yeah, nothing. I got them set up over here. I got them on. Let me go back to yeah, okay. Let me yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, cool. Got my mic working. I'm gonna try it one more time. Nothing. Apologies, guys. I don't know what the issue is. I'm not gonna hold up the stream anymore for it. Let's get the music back on. Sorry, guys. Like, the Blurp website works, but it's got to be an issue with Twitch. Somebody else said Blurps weren't working on another streamer's stream, so it's like I'm guessing it's got to do something with Twitch. Maybe the extension is not working. Honestly, that's probably what it is. Because when you redeem something on Twitch, it's going to tell you it's been redeemed, but if it can't get in contact with that extension, then nothing's going to happen. So yeah, the Blurp website works, but if the extension is not working... Man, weren't we having this conversation earlier? Like, near the beginning of the stream, talking about Twitch being broken one way or another? Yeah, Saphicus and I were having that. I'm like, oh, what's wrong with Twitch? I've been out of the loop. He's like, what's not wrong with Twitch? Look what's happened to your own streams on Twitch. And I'm like, you got a point. Remember the infamous stream like a couple weeks ago? It started and stopped like 4 times on its own, and I had no idea. Twitch on my phone's been jacked up for years. There you go. Oh my gosh. $3,000 damage. Balanced. Fair and balanced. Can't watch Warden on phone. It says error. What happened to Warden? Is he streaming in 2K? Or is it because he's streaming, Escape from Tarkov? Does my stream work? Out of curiosity on your phone? Is that how you're watching me, Savicus? I wonder if it's a bitrate issue. That or an encoder issue. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Hopefully it starts working out for Warden, because that sucks if you can't watch on the phone. Like, most of the people who watch me watch on a PC, but there's still, you know, a good section of people in my analytics will be like, oh yeah, they're watching from a phone. And if people can't watch you from that phone, that's one less area people can check you out on. That kind of stinks. You want your face to be on as many screens as possible in this line of work. TVs, fridges, microwaves, you know, whatever supports a live stream. Airport bathroom? I mean, I don't know about that, but... I got you. So when we're talking, Savicus, is that you typing on a phone, or is that you like going to my stream on a laptop? Probably not if you're playing as well. And if that's the case, sorry. I'll quit asking you so many questions. Get back to playing, big guy. So Dark Quiver's cool. I like Dark Quiver. I think it is more damage. I did like Heart Seeker for just, it's kind of just fire it and forget. Dual monitor action, easy peasy. Oh, okay, everybody. Gorsh is here. See you guys later. Yeah, I'm playing Rogue, Gorsh. Sentinel got too good, Gorshy, so I have to go play other classes now. Until they nerf Sentinel back down to the ground. And then I can play Sentinel. I'm kidding. Never thought I'd see it. On a more realistic note, I try to make a concerted effort to play at least one non-Sentinel class a season. So last week we were playing Rogue, but the week before that we were playing Druid. All right, it's been close to a month of no Sentinel. If I run another rogue, I'll keep that in mind, iFlip. I'm not going to be running another rogue this season. I'm going to go play some solo character found Sentinels in preparation for next season. But I like to take, notes on what's fun, what's fun to play. I got this idea from Dread. Honestly, a lot of my, non-Sentinel build ideas actually come from Dread or Max Roll. Those are typically my two go-to places. I want to feature more action RPG.com ideas. Like I love Frozen Sentinels builds. They're a bit intensive, but I really like his builds, and Curse makes really good builds as well. I love playing Curse's builds. So I want to feature more of those guys. And Aaron Action RPG. Enjoying shotgun multi-shot at the moment. It's fun. It just stuns everything. Shotgun multi-shot. Like, I get it, because multi-shot is the skill, but, it also sounds kind of like a redundancy. I'm doing shotgun multi-shot. I remember Blizzard playing it. Okay. Hence shotgun. You're doing that with the skill multi-shot. Hence calling it a shotgun. Get as close as possible. Pull the trigger. And using a champion's affix. We need some more levels. Cool. We are hitting level 90 tonight. Wish I could use a champion affix. Man, it's just like champion affixes in general. I feel like even with somebody who's probably could get their hands on any champion affix I would want, I like to make build goods, right? And when I say get my hands on any champion affix I want, I mean by farming. I don't mean, editing the files. Right. I mean just, farming them long enough. The thing is, as a content creator, it's hard to recommend a build that utilizes a champion affix to other people because they may not have as much time to get said item with said champion affix and be worth a damn. I think that's the name of the game right there. They are lackluster. Like, imagine if they made a woven echo where you got to go and defeat a bunch of champions, and then you can, put an exalted piece of gear into the thing and then select a champion affix. Possessed champions hurt a lot. I think that's why I die a lot. It's possessed champions. For not much, yeah. Okay, so real quick, how do you guys feel primordial items are going to affect Last Epoch? All right, kind of changing gears a little bit. Obviously, I assume everybody knows, but maybe you don't. Primordial uniques are going to be one per build, right? Kind of like, just like I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that was just like Diablo 3 with their primordial, or I think they called them primal. Just like Diablo 3 with their primal uniques or whatever. You can only just have one per character, yeah. Amulets, what you want. Yeah, the Ember one. It was cool seeing the Royal Ring of Grandeur, you know, whatever EHG's name in the game. With the sets, I think that'll be cool. The T-Rex thing looked fine. What about... You can deck yourself in full primal gear? Really? You just get one per level 70 GR you finish. Wait, you get one per level 70 GR now? Guaranteed? Per character. Oh. One per character. Oh, okay. Greater Rift, Diablo 3. Log in, yeah. Yeah, I think if you go look at the stats for, Diablo. I think if you go look at the stats for, what was it? There was a season where I went hard on Diablo 3, and I was playing Crusader. Yeah, you'll see me in the top 1,000, because that's all they track is the top 1,000. My proudest Diablo 3 moment was that. Because there were a lot of people playing Crusader that season. They got a really cool build. You can like leap up into the air, come crashing down, and you throw hammers all over the place. Hi. Yeah, I went hard that season. I went super hard that season. And yeah. Falling Sword, yeah. The build was bonkers. The build was fun, man. The build was fun. I think for me, Diablo 3 lost some of its mystique when they stopped. Like when there was a cap on Greater Rifts, man. I think when you realize, oh, you can hit a cap, and then it just became a race for whoever can, hit Greater Rift 150 the fastest, it just kind of lost its mystique. Cleared 150 on a meteor. It is now. In season 10 when I was playing, I think I cleared Greater Rift 86. And the highest clear that was done that season on Crusader was like 100. Right? And then the highest clear that season by any character was like 105. That changed elements. Yeah, it depends on what season. Because season 10 of Diablo 3 was like late 2016 or early 2017. And it was the Falling Sword. It was the Falling Sword Crusader. You would come crashing down, and then you would all these hammers would just go out and just absolutely wreck face. It was a nutty build. The Icon set, that's a great set. kind of vanilla. It was the basis for the Holy Shotgun build. Yeah, the concept was the basis of the Holy Shotgun build because that's what would allow you to just stay in the what was it, the Econ form the entire time. Like, I think they changed it to where you couldn't just permanently be in that form. I don't know if they've changed it back. But you could like permanently be in that like the Templar form or whatever, and then just be good. You can? Okay. And you would just be walking around just with your shield and your flail and just be like bam, 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 and you'd just be blasting out, you know, Holy Shotgun, bro. It'd just be mowing things down. I started calling it Holy Lawnmower, and then it reminded me the Divine Bolt Healing Hands build in cycle 1.1. Divine Bolt's Healing Hand reminded me of the Holy Shotgun build, but that one I was calling the Divine Bolt Healing Hands build the Holy Lawnmower because it was just waves. Just... But yeah, that's what it reminded me of. There we go. Die. Jeez, man. That guy was annoying. So Savicus, essentially get good is what I'm hearing. When you're playing that build that you're describing, you got to get good. 2400 endurance threshold from foot of the mountain. Yeah, plant your feet. Convert all your dodge rating over to endurance threshold. Yeah, that's a good idea. Alright, here we go. Where is it? Where is it? Now we gotta reduce corruption. We're going to 300 corruption. 300. There's all the glancing blow, silver shroud, range blind. Okay, let's go over here. 300 corruption. Go back over here. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and call it there. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much for the likes over on YouTube. Let's go ahead and raid somebody who is streaming Last Epoch right now. I see Zambriel. You know what? Let's send you guys over towards Zambriel. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I appreciate it. I'm pretty sure I will be back again tomorrow, but that's what I said last time. And then I wasn't here yesterday. So I will probably be back tomorrow, but if I'm not, I will make an announcement in the Discord. Another good reason to check out the Discord, !Discord if you guys want to check it out. In the meantime, thank you so much for being here, guys. Hopefully you're all gonna have a good one. Hopefully. I mean, I can't predict it, and hopefully I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Anyway, you guys take care. Peace out. YouTube, thank you so much for being here, guys. I really appreciate it. Hopefully I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Bye-bye.